Hey, this is Leo. So we're going to be taking a look at AMC here today. I don't know whether y'all are going to hear from me again throughout the weekend. I'm going to be, I've got a party to go to tonight, and then I'm going to another party the following day. But before we get started, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Okay, so this is another count. If you'll notice from yesterday's video, it's completely different. This count would have the correction for AMC to be done. It's not confirmed yet. It's one possibility. Oftentimes, whenever we see people trading, they don't look at other possibilities of what could be happening. So some traders might have this up and they'll say, "Oh, well, we're done. Now we're going long. I'm going to have my order right here to buy," and then they go ahead and get stopped out. That's not what you want to do. You want to wait for confirmation before you make a trade. Now, I'm not recommending to make any trades here. I'm just what this does is it gives you an idea of where we are. You know, a lot of people, they freak out because they see prices going down, 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 down. But what Elliott Wave does is it kind of organizes the price action and it gives you an idea of where the roadmap is. So first thing that I would want to do here, let me show you something that I saw last night. It's actually pretty, well, it looked pretty good. I haven't looked at it today. But last night it was looking good. It might have changed. Okay, so if you look here over on the volume profile and you remember what I've said about low volume nodes, you can see where this red dotted line is that I put. We get a low volume node right there. Okay, and that's has to do with this prior price action, prior all-time highs to the squeeze. Now, if we zoom in, last night I saw a nice bullish reversal bar right there. So that's a really bullish bar. So what this tells me is that price opened here, right? So it looks like the previous day it was here, it gapped up. They pushed prices down. That's what the wick is representing. It touched that low volume node. You can't see it here because I'm not zoomed out all the way. But and then they pushed prices all the way back up. So that's a good signal bar, and that shows us confluence that okay, we know that when you hit a low volume node, you're likely going to get a reaction. That's a turning point in the market because there's no price acceptance there. You're seeing a signal bar telling you that it's reversing. We have a completed Elliott wave count saying it's reversing. We drop down to the 4-hour time frame. This count also, it measures very well. So if we can come in here, we know that the relationship between an A wave, B wave, and C wave is going to be 100% the length of your B wave, which is exactly what we've hit here. So, you know, that shows more confluence, and I've already done all of that, measuring out the waves, making sure they're hitting all their high probability zones. So we have a strong contender here that the correction has completed. The next thing I would want to look at is the algorithms that I've been talking about and how they trade within the market. So if we believe it was this one, or maybe it was the one prior. Yeah, so it would have been that one. So you can see that they've sold there. Now what that means is that they want that negative 236 target. It doesn't necessarily mean they're going to get it, but they're going to continue to trade these measured moves on smaller and smaller time frames. So they're going to take one right off here and look what they've hit. And they hit their target this time. They actually hit their second target of the negative 618. So now what they're going to be doing is they're going to be pulling from where they sold before down to where they are now. And so it's hit that 50. Well, technically this would actually move into an extension, but sometimes what they will do is they will pull from a traditional series, which would be from exactly the way that I have it up here. So you pull your extension, pulls back to the 50, goes target and pass. But whenever you run past your negative 236, and really once you start getting past the negative 618, that's whenever you move into extended extensions, which would mean here, which would mean that series has broken. But they could also be pulling from this 50. So it's a little bit subjective as to what the computers are actually looking at. But what does look good for the bulls is, where is it? There it is. So we come in here from the low. What we're looking for is the bullish algorithms, the bullish computers to start taking control. And so what we can see here is that looks like that could be what's happening. So they've come down to the 50, and now they're looking for a move up here to the negative 236. What I want to see is I want to see a move that looks impulsive, right? So let me see here. I want to see something like this. So you get your first wave in, assuming that that's what's happening here. We pull back to the 50, right, for a second wave. Then we're going to launch up for a third wave, fourth wave, and fifth wave, which would be a completed one wave of a higher degree as we work our way up. So I would just move this up to a higher degree on Elliott wave. Just call it micro, change the color, a little bit of, there you go. But you can see how there's that fractal nature to the waves and how they relate to the way that the computer algorithms are selling. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. But that would give me more confidence that we have indeed completed the correction. Otherwise, the other count still is possible that we would be coming down here to the $26 range. But yeah, so going into the weekend and next, well, I guess not the weekend because they don't trade on the weekend, but going into next week, what I would like to see is I want to see an impulsive wave structure start. I want to see us get above this 200 EMA, close outside of this down channel that we're in, and see that impulsive structure, then a pullback, and then a launch up into the 50s and 60s. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. That's what I want to see happen in order to confirm that this correction has ended. Okay? If you have any questions, just go ahead and drop those down in the comment section, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Thanks.